Ubisoft finally did it. They finally came out with XDefiant, and it is so good. Okay, it's not so good, alright? It does have its bugs, it has its glitches. You get shot through the wall, alright? There is some netcode issues, and for some reason, the lobbies continuously do this thing after each game where you have to create a match. I don't know what that is. Hopefully they get rid of that. It's so annoying trying to create a loadout, and then as soon as I'm like almost done, I just had to sit there for like a full 30 seconds to a minute just watching like this little thing say, creating a match. But these are things that can be polished out, alright? The overall gameplay and the best part about a first-person shooter, the gunplay, is solid, alright? They did their job and are deserving of all the praise that they are getting. Now, the game was delayed by almost a year, essentially, because it was supposed to come out last year in 2023. But you know what? XDefiant, it needed to cook a little bit longer. You know what? I'm glad that they did it because they only get the one chance to actually show people, hey man, just because the company Ubisoft sucks doesn't mean everyone at the company sucks, alright? Now, I don't know why Ubisoft just doesn't pull an Activision Blizzard and just focus on first-person shooter games, seeing that that's the thing that makes them the most money. Siege is literally single-handedly propping up the whole company. I'm just saying here, boys. No one's out here like, oh my god, the new Assassin's Creed. Okay, we already know what's going on with the new Assassin's Creed. No one's gonna buy that. Just buy Ghost of Tsushima, boys. There's no reason to get Assassin's Creed Shadows, alright? Ubisoft never even tried with that game, alright? That game was already in the bin by the time it was conceived. But yeah, Ubisoft is showing that they do have a strong genre game, and it's not the action-adventure games that they pour so much money into. Like, too much money. Like, please stop with the third-person action-adventure games, Ubisoft. Even the first-person action-adventure games. Far Cry hasn't been good in a while. Because this, right here, is what they are known for. Anyone in the future, whenever Ubisoft is eventually shut down, because I don't know if this company is long for this world, like, let's all be honest here, boys, we just need to give up on Ubisoft. But in the future, whenever someone says, you remember Ubisoft? We're all gonna be like, oh my god, Siege was a heaven send. And hopefully they just sell off the rights to someone, please. And just keep that same studio, no new people, working on Siege and now XDefiant for as long as the games are alive. Now, XDefiant has been getting pretty good reviews. Everyone that's been playing it has been saying it's pretty fun. You know, it has its troubles. I'm not going to say there aren't glitches and some funny ones and some annoying ones like getting shot around corners. I understand not every game can be perfect, and I understand there are bugs that need to be ironed out, as with all Ubisoft games, but you know, all games in general just need to get bugs ironed out even after release. I understand that. But oh my god, XDefiant has some amazing bones that I hope they will continue building upon. The only thing that I would say that kind of frustrates me with XDefiant is the amount of time it takes to level up weapons. It takes an awful amount of time just to get like a reflex sight on your weapon, and like all these weapons need some kind of attachment, so I would literally hope that like the first 10 levels of the weapon would zoom past, and then all the extra attachments, they can take a little bit of extra time, alright? We can slow down the XP on it, but like, you really do need attachments on weapons in this game. And it takes way too long to be able to get any kind of weapon attachments on any of the guns. So I would like to see that sped up just, you know, a little bit. I understand that there are some weapon XP boosts, but if I have to pay or like grind to get a boost so I can earn my attachments faster, that kind of makes me not want to play the game anymore. That kind of defeats the whole grind if I have to like pay my way to get past it, because you're just making the game more difficult for no real reason other than gamer retention. Trust me, I can complete everything in the game and still want to play the game. I'm so sick and tired of games being like, we have to make the grind so long and so ridiculous for no real reason outside of we want to make sure that you stay on the game for longer, even though this makes me want to drift away to a game that I have already completed, like Call of Duty, with all the weapon attachments and stuff that I already have in that game, so I don't have to struggle as bad against people who literally have nothing else to do but play this game. Also, the game obviously has, skins and stuff and even a battle pass. I'm not gonna be mad at that. I really don't care about any of the cosmetics in this game because I'm gonna be honest here, the art style kind of doesn't appeal to me. Like, don't get me wrong, the game looks great, it looks beautiful, it's very reminiscent of old Call of Duty games, but also I kind of understand why Call of Duty went to this more realistic version of their game because it looks better. It looks more appealing whenever you see the gun skins, being reactive and stuff. This game kind of has, it doesn't look as good, alright? The skins aren't really calling me like if you play any game that, you actually like that has an amazing art style. Whenever you see like that one skin where you're like, gonna have to hide my wallet away from myself while playing this thing. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason why you will buy any skins in, like, any game is because you like them. Not because you want to support the game, it's because you like them. I don't care about supporting free-to-play games unless they actually have good skins, and XDefiant is an amazing game, but so far, the skins are kind of, for me. Now, some people are already rocking some stuff that I've seen, and they also look extremely lackluster, alright, I'm not even gonna lie. But I think that they can work on the skins and the art style a little bit while they continue developing the game because obviously it is a live service. So hopefully over time, they will get some more things that do look a little bit more appealing because I do want the game to continue going on, but also I'm not going to waste money on like a trash skin because I'm like, I got to support the developers. That's kind of dumb, all right? They should know how to make their game more appealing to people so they spend more money on it. And they're also doing the whole putting the new weapons in the battle pass because there's a weapon called the MDR that you can't get because in this game you get weapons and equipments through challenges that you have to do, which I actually like. I like the challenges that you have to do to get these things. And they're not that hard. They're things that you'll do slowly over time through, just playing the game. So it's not like you're going to be like, shit out of luck, like, oh my god, I want to get the ACR, and then you're like, fuck, I gotta get 10 billion kills with any assault rifle. It's not like that. It's like, hey, get 10 long shots with any assault rifle. That's pretty easy. Well, pretty easy if you're actually going for it. If you're not actually going for it, you'll maybe do it accidentally over time, but for the most part, you'll actually have to at least like make some kind of conscious effort to go for it. But the MDR is in the battle pass for free for right now, alright? You can get the MDR for free. We don't know what's gonna be with Ubisoft in a year or two. They're probably gonna have it to where it's like Siege, where if you want the new weapon, you're gonna have to pay for the battle pass, because you don't get it for free unless they add in like a currency like Siege has, where you get, a slow trickle of currency over time. Or after every season, the new weapons and stuff, they just have a challenge that you have to do, like you have to do right now to get any other weapon in the game. Now, obviously, let's talk about the main thing that everyone is talking about right now. Is this game the Call of Duty killer? Plus, Call of Duty just released trailers for Black Ops 6, and obviously with Black Ops being the strongest series in all of Call of Duty, XDefiant is gonna have a pretty big uphill battle when it comes down to, November/December. They'll probably make a resurgence in January when everyone's like, all right, cool, we played this year's Call of Duty, that's it. But will they do it? Will they beat Call of Duty? I don't know. Black Ops is a pretty strong series, and if it actually, maybe, hopefully, I don't have any faith in Activision Blizzard right now, is an actual good game, Call of Duty's just gonna kick the shit out of XDefiant. XDefiant is gonna find itself in a like nice small little niche, but it is a still good game. The only thing that I would like to see added to XDefiant, which I don't understand why no Call of Duty killer tries to add in their games, even though it's probably like the defining part about Call of Duty that makes everyone goes back to Call of Duty, is kill streaks. XDefiant doesn't have kill streaks. Now, you do have abilities for each faction in XDefiant, but for the most part, the abilities are on, pretty short cooldown. It's essentially just a hero shooter. But I would like to see the hero shooter combined with kill streaks. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with getting, 5, 10, maybe 12 kill streaks put together. Like, here's a UAV, here's a strafe run, here's a Black Hawk. Like, why don't they just add in kill streaks into the game? Because going on and kill streak is the whole point of why people love Call of Duty. That's like the dopamine rush you get whenever you're like, oh my god, I'm about to get a nuke, I'm about to get my Harrier, I'm about to get my AC-130. Like, that is the literal dopamine part of Call of Duty that for some reason no game wants to even try to touch, even though it's the easiest part. You just make a shooter game and then say, if you kill this amount of people without dying, you get this shiny new thing you get to use in this game. It's one of the best parts of Call of Duty that for some reason no one wants to take. What, does Call of Duty have a patent on you kill amount of people and you get reward? I don't even know if you can patent that. In my opinion, I think XDefiant is so close to actually being that Call of Duty killer, or at least competitive. It doesn't have to kill Call of Duty. It can 100% compete with it if they just add in kill streaks. Also, one more thing before we end this video is I hate the ultimates because it's not like they're bad. It's just they take way too long to build up, and it's not like an intuitive thing where it's like, oh, I get more kills and obviously I get my ultimate faster. It just takes way too long in general. They need to speed up ultimates. If you want people to actually enjoy the game, speed up the ultimates, because it feels like they don't come online that fast at all. Like in a very long game that's like a stalemate, you may get 2 charges of your ultimate, if you're lucky 3. Like, what is the point of the ultimate at that point? At that point, it's more or less, if I have a situation where I absolutely need it, I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket because I don't get it that often. I think they should, speed up the ultimates by at least half. It takes way too long. A lot of them aren't even that impactful. Plus, you can just shut them down with like an EMP grenade or just shooting the person. That's another thing. At the distance, a lot of the ultimates don't even affect that many people. If you're far enough away, it just doesn't affect anyone at that point. So you can just shoot the person or just shoot down their shield if they have that there's like a weird ultimate where you get like a dome shield around you. You can just shoot it open. So at that point, what's the point of the shield if you could just get it shot open or EMP'd? But yeah, boys, that's my thoughts on XDefiant. Now, is it a bad game? Hell no. Play the game. It's free. It's not $70 like Call of Duty, which I'm pretty sure they might put that on Game Pass. If they put Black Ops 6 on Game Pass, you know I'm playing that. Especially if it actually is a good game from Call of Duty, because we haven't had a Black Ops in a while. But boys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you guys want to know about the new game that Valve is developing that Gabe kinda gave up on, click this video right here.